Hey, what's up you guys? My name's Liam and today I have a story time for you guys. This happened about 3 hours ago, so I'll recap everything. It's about me crying at school because of a dumb secretary at my school in the guidance office. Okay, backtrack 3 hours ago. Actually, backtrack to yesterday. So yesterday was orientation when all the grade 9s come in and see the school or whatever, and after they're done, all the grade 10s, 11s, 12s come in and get their times tables and pay their student fees or whatever and get their pictures taken. So yesterday I was dancing all day, so I couldn't go to the school, and someone who I'm not gonna name names, but you're definitely watching this and know who you are, I'm not very pleased with you at the moment. You told me that there was no sign up. It wasn't really your fault because usually there's this book on the table where you sign up for your appointment or whatever and then you get a slip, then you'll have your appointment. But yesterday, I believe the book was at the secretary desk, so she was taking all the appointments or whatever, so that's what happened. So this morning I woke up really early compared to usual because there was guidance appointments today as well. This was the day after where a lot of people go to get their schedules fixed. So I got up right at 10 when it opened. Actually, no, I got up at 8:30, kept snoozing my alarm, got there at 10 right when it opened and walked into the school all confident and stuff because I was like, yes, I'll fix my schedule. I want to get into these courses and I was dead set on that. So I walk into the school and walk into the guidance office and the woman said, hi, do you have your appointment or whatever? And I was like, no, I don't. Can I make one? She said, sure, September 4th at 11:45. I was like, is that the first day of school? And she said, no, it's the second. We're backed up all the way to then. So I was like, I'm not doing that because backstory to last year, I took functions and that's the hardest course or whatever. And I had a 30% because I went on my Arizona trip. You can check out those vlogs on my channel. I actually really like those and nobody really watched them. I have 75 views or whatever. And I worked really hard on those. So go watch those and support me. Anyway, back to the story. I had to drop out of this class and this teacher was really sketchy and scary to me. I don't know why. If you're watching this, I'm really sorry. I don't mean it in any rude way, but I just didn't want to be in that class anymore. So I dropped out. I had to get the dropout sheet signed and it was so embarrassing. So I'm not gonna take that class again. I don't want it. So she said, it's backed up, you can have this. So I'm not going during school because if it's the second day, I'm gonna have to go the first day of school and meet all my teachers and they'll assume that I'm in their class. Then the second day, I'm gonna have it all switched around. I'm not doing that. That's just disgusting. I'm not doing that. So I was like, okay, bye. Psych, I was not rude. I was actually really nice because I was trying to get her to squeeze me in. So I was like, oh, okay, thank you so much. Walked across the hall to the office where I could get my times table because I missed orientation day yesterday. So I got my times table and looked at it. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. My classes were not what I wanted. I wanted 4th period French with my friends. I wanted 1st period data management or 1st period entrepreneurship with Andrew. So I was going back in there because I'm waiting until someone cancels because I'm gonna squeeze in. I'm finna squeeze, bitch. I walked up to her and said, hey, is there any way I can squeeze in because I'm sure somebody will cancel or miss theirs. Can I please just sit here? And she looked me in the eyes and said, no, these are all the people who missed yesterday. They signed for today. Nobody's missing these appointments. You're not getting in today. You're coming the second day of school at 11:45. And I was like, that is so rude. But me being the nice person to her, I'm not gonna be rude to her face. Not saying that I'm gonna be rude behind anyone's back or whatever. Okay, so I was like, okay, thanks. Walked out with my salty ass. I walked outside and I sat down on a bench looking at my schedule and it was nothing like I wanted. None with my friends. Actually, one with Michelle, which is good, and I still have that to this day, but I wanted more. I can't just have one class with one friend. That's not acceptable. So I was sitting outside for 20 minutes. I was Snapchatting Michelle, sending her videos of me talking about what happened. And I literally started crying. Not fully crying, tears falling down, but I could feel the tears coming. You know, when you can hear it, it's wind, kind of actually, I can't describe it. I don't know if that's just me. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. The noise you hear before you start crying, if that makes sense. So after 20 minutes of just sitting there, I completely switched from being a sad little petty bitch to... So after sitting outside for 20 minutes, I just gained my composure and I was like, I'm going in there and I'm demanding that I get a guidance appointment. I'm at the top of the school, I'm grade 12, I'm about to graduate this year, better be good. So walked up to her, looked her in the eyes, and she was talking to somebody else. So I wasn't paying attention to what the girl next to me was saying. Like, she was talking about some appointment or whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever. Maybe she's like having the same problem as me. So I just sat there and waited. I have footage of all this. I can insert it, whatever. I just said whatever 400 times. Anywho, so I stood there and I said, okay, like, I really want an appointment today. Even if I wait here for 5 hours and don't get one, at least I want a chance to get one today. So can I please just sit here and wait? And she said, actually, the girl next to you, she canceled hers, so you can have hers. And I was like, I told you so. I told you so. I knew that I would actually, like, this is a sign from the angels above who watch me. This was a sign to go back into school, and right when I went into the school, that appointment opened up for me. Like, that was somebody above me, worshiping upon me. Like, I felt my guardian angels just smiling at me at that moment. So, so I was like, yeah, I'll snag that. And it was at 10:50. So she's like, okay, yeah, here. So I was like, I told you, like, I didn't actually say this, but I thought it. Ha, in your face, like, you said nobody was gonna cancel. You're wrong. Edwina, who was the original guidance counselor, she was nice. She moved to the office, not you. If you're here this whole year, I drop out. Like, I'm not sitting here with you. Just suck it up. I sat over in the chair and waited for my turn. And this time, it was actually like 10:30 or whatever. I got there at 10, and I was just waiting and like crying or whatever in the middle of that. So I was waiting like 20 more minutes. Then it ended up being 30 more minutes, then 40 more minutes. So it was 11:10 when I actually ended up going into the guidance office. So I got into the guidance office, and it was the one that, like, is nice to me or whatever. I brought her a note, which she really appreciates, because usually she has to call people, some parents, and say, do you approve of this? I just got my mom to sign it, because then it's just more responsible or whatever. So hopefully she'll switch me to what I want. So I got into the guidance office, and I was like, hey, can I take away this to get a spare or whatever? I'm a dancer, so I have dance competition second semester mostly, so I'll miss a lot of school, so it would help if I actually had no courses there. Or like easier courses, if that makes sense. So harder at first, easier second. So she was so like understanding of that. She's a really nice person to me. So I was like, hey, French is one of my hardest subjects, which it's not. I'm a liar, so I got away with that. I was like, can I please put that first, like into first semester where all my friends had it? So she's, yeah, perfect. Since you dropped functions, you can have it in third period. And that's not when anyone else had it, period. Just kidding. But nobody has it third, everyone has it fourth. So I was like, okay, whatever, at least I'm like switching things up, like it's getting better. I asked for data management, she said no, it's full. And I was like, okay, is there any way I can do something? She was like, yeah, sure, you can actually do it online second semester. So I was like, sure, I'll snag that. So I snagged that. Besides the point again. So, I hope that looked cool. I keep getting sidetracked. And at this point, nothing really changed. A few things changed. I got into data management instead of functions, which I truly wanted. But I didn't get into French or entrepreneurship with Andrew and Michelle and Amy and whoever. That was upsetting. So I was trying to figure out ways that I could switch it around, but at this point I was like, okay, thank you so much for your time. Like, you switched things around, you helped me a lot, and now this year is gonna be easier. And so my school just made me cry outside. Sorry if it's windy, I'm outside because they denied me. But they effing denied me, and I'm going back in there because I'm a bad bitch now. Allie, my sister, inspired me to just do it, so I'm going. Sorry, I'm back again. I was just wondering if it's if it's fine for me to just sit around and just in case.
Take her spot.
Okay. Do you have an appointment today?
Just canceled or is canceling.
And yeah, so that's basically the story about the time I cried at school because of a dumb secretary who doesn't know how to do her job and be nice to me. So that is basically it, and the reason I told this story time was because it just happened to me and I need to post more videos, and also it is it's back to school season, so this kind of fit into that time frame. So I'm gonna edit this and post it. I have 2 videos coming beside me, so that's good. I'm gonna stay motivated. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below what you wanna see next. Also subscribe because it helps me a lot. So thank you all for watching. Goodbye.